Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for those of you who are new to this channel, my name is Aries. Please do like and share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. So for this video, it will be horoscope reading for the 11th, no, the last one is 11th. So for the 12th, okay, from the 12th onwards, weekly reading. Okay, so the first one will be Aries. Hello Aries, hope you are still doing well. Let me shuffle a bit and then we'll start. Okay, so the overall energy for this week, it will be the moon. Here you can see the card. So it might be an emotional week for you, and it also means that if you are facing opportunity, it's saying that you do not have enough information to deal with it yet. So the thing is to wait or to accumulate all the things that you can usually only for those who are in the planning. So for example, in your work, you wanted to plan something, but the thing is you don't have enough data. Yeah, this is one of the meaning. So if you do not have enough data, what should you do? You should accumulate all first before you start up again, right? Before you hand up a project or something, hand up the assignment. Okay, this came out again. Yeah, most likely due with your career, and for those who are still in their studies or still studying, it can mean that you need to brush up more or to study more. Okay, it's not enough for your current status. If it's for work, it means that the research is not done enough. You have to change it up again. Okay, maybe go over and see where it could go wrong. Okay, this is the advice. So for this week, is usually for people who are more affected by their work. But in terms of in relationship, it seems alright. If you are so for people who may be in separation or perhaps they are unsure of their relationship, it's saying that this is not the week to think about it, to ponder about it. This is more like a week you have to, feel comfortable with yourself, more comfortable. You have to just hold it off. Okay. Other than that, I don't see much anymore. Okay, what else? This can also seems like, yeah, because for the work, right? So it's saying that whatever that you're achieving, right, try not to sound it out to others. So for example, maybe you are on the way to a promotion. Try not to tell others about it. This is the meaning. Okay, or there's a work underway and then you feel that it's going to be a good opportunity for you to get something that you want, but you might want to present it to others. It's saying do not, like maybe keep it under wraps for a while before the thing is fully done and then like presented to people. Okay, so it's saying like do not expose yourself to enemies if there's any. That's the meaning, right? So I'm going to give you your card of the week, which is the color. Okay, it's rainbow. Connect to spirit in nature. It's number 1. Yeah, you see. So it means that because Aries can also represent like number 1. It means that to go head first into something. It can also means on action. So what you have is for this week, right? It doesn't matter what colors you'll be having. It's saying that whatever color you're wearing or whatever color that you are more connected with is going to still be useful to you, because what it's saying is that just express yourself. That is also the thing. Can also mean for people who are LGBTQ, and there might be additional alphabets. I do not know. It's always getting longer. Yeah. Okay, so it's saying like expressing yourself. Do not worry to show yourself to the world. Okay, so for the rest of you do have to know. Oh yeah, I keep on forgetting to say this at the start of the video. You all do have to check your moon and your rising sign as well. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to do the chakra. This chart. So you have the red and orange. It's more on the root. It's more on the same, because the root chakra is about the action base. So it's more on doing instead of thinking and feeling. Okay, nothing about it. Don't need to communicate also, unless you're blue. So for orange is also, it's about like in the project that you're doing, creativity. So if you want to do something, just go ahead. Do not pull yourself back over like your thoughts, like, oh, maybe I should stop myself to do this and that. No, you're just saying you can just go forward with it. This is the number. Yeah, 4 and 11. 4 is about being stable, stability also. So it can mean that if you wanted something, you need it to be in the flesh. It can also mean that ideas is not enough. You have to show it with something, with a product. Okay, and also for 11, it's connected to your chakra, the orange chakra, the sacral. It also means that you have to connect yourself with your creativity. Of course, creativity is more on the solar chakra, but on the orange level, it can also mean that it's more like nearer to the red also, because I want to do. It's like I already have this idea, but I don't have something to show yet. So you have to focus on how to make it into something that is materialized. Okay, so that is what I have for you for this week. Okay, so we're going to move on to Taurus. Hello Taurus. So I forgot to say at the start of the video, do check out your moon and your rising sign as well. Okay, this reading will also include your color of the week, your number, and also your chakra, what you need to look out for. Okay, let's see. Oh, you have the Fool. Okay. I actually wanted to take shred it one more. You have Lady of Stuff. It's more like if you're afraid of doing something. Oh, you see. Yeah, it is not. It's more on the mentality side. This week, you need to know that whatever that you're fearing is unbased fear. You have to just go and follow yourself, your intuition as well. Okay, maybe intuition is telling you, oh, it's going to be a gamble. You might be afraid there's a loss. It's just saying just go and do it. Okay, you might be talking to others, asking for advices, or looking within yourself, but more towards yourself lah. You might talk to others, but for you, you know that what you feel is more important. Okay, you weigh the things that in the reality world with other people, like suggesting, oh, should I do this? I'm thinking of doing with this. I have this idea. I'm not sure that I should go with it. Yeah, even if others will give you like very solid advices to you, you have to feel what you will do is go into yourself and feel like, does this feel right? Even the advice sounds reliable, but I feel that I should do something more risky, which is why I'm trying to stop myself. It's something like this, but it's telling you that you can take a risk and go ahead. Alright, don't let your fears drive you to stop yourself into creating something that is special. What else? Of course, in moderation. That's the meaning. Okay, for temperance. What a number you have. So it's 5. Okay. It's a bit hard leh. It's like it's saying that I wanted something that what is it called? It is like I want an absurd idea that seems absurd at the same time, but yet I'm going to do it beautifully and that it shows that it's stable. But the thing is, for example, this thing or this idea is actually very a bit crazy lah. It might be out of the norm, but the thing is, for you want it to be like, okay, so when I want to do this, when I want it to happen, I want it to be like to be presented in a good way. I want it to be solidified, materialized in the real world, like it's something that is sensible. 有点梦幻啊。So it means it's like an illusion. What I can say is like it's like illusion. You wanted to materialize an illusion. This is the feel. So what advice can be taken from this? He's saying it's a yes. You can go ahead and do it, but the thing is, you have to know for sure. Have to think carefully, right? Because for something to be materialized in the real world, you have to make sure that it makes sense. For example, for art, we are very advanced, quite advanced in our society right now. So that for art, right, it can be very bizarre. That is alright. But what if it's something that you wanted to make a product that is usable to others? Does it make sense? Is it going to be marketable? These are the things that you need to look out for. Okay. Alright. So this is what I have for you in terms of the advice. I'm going to go with your color card of the week and see what other advice you can give you. Okay. We have Violet. Create a balanced life. So the number is 45. Together is 9. It's saying that you are in a repeated cycle that needs to end. And so that whenever we say about a cycle, it usually means that I've gone through a phase in life where I learned certain things. But the thing is, you have to make sure that you have learned the lesson, and so that you can start a new cycle with a new phase. This is what it says. It means that you are at the end of a path where you're going to start something new. Okay, and Violet, I love this color as well. It's a positive sign, that's what I can say. You know, growth and change are one of the best things that we can have in life. So the next one, I'm going to give you your chakra. I'm going to see which one is it. I think it's messed up with the numbers. Okay. Wait. Yellow. Okay, so you have 3. You have the crown, you have the throat, and you also have sacral. That's quite a bit. It can also means that so for the crown, right, it usually means like what we are meant to do, our life path. Okay, so it says that it's the same as the color card that you have lah, right? This violet card. Oh, exact same. Yeah, I forgot about the color. Create balanced life. Okay, so it directly takes this meaning. It also saying that you have to, follow intuition for this time. And with the throat, it means that you have to communicate clearly with others. And with the sacral, it means that when you are creating something, you have to make sure that it's balanced and it makes sense to others lah. It's like you have this idea, which is why these two, it actually is connected. How do I take something that is, for example, from the divine and put it into words and make sure that it makes sense to others in the real world? Okay, this is the direct meaning. Right, so I'm gonna go with the numbers. We have 22 and 5. So for 22, it can also translate to a 4, but it's more like you have something to show others, but you have to make sure that of course it's special lah. It's saying that it's special in a sense, but you have to make sure that it makes others feel the same with you as well. With the 5 also, you see, earlier on you have this, what is it? See? You have a number, you have repeated numbers with colors as well. It means that it's quite important that you have to follow whatever that your intuition, but you have to make sure that it's there's a process. There's a process that can be measured. There's a process that can be reliable from your own. When you created something on your own, you have to make sure that it makes sense to others as well, and that others then support you in a way. Alright, it's easy to say that we wanted to, do something and want others to understand us, but I think is along this way we have to also know by ourselves is that to make others understand us, we have to understand them first, which is why then they will support us because they feel that what they are doing makes sense, what they're doing makes me agree with them as well. Alright, Taurus. Okay, so this is what I have for you today for this week. I'm going to continue on to Gemini. Okay, hello Geminis. How are you today? Hold on. I'm gonna do shuffle this again, then we will start your reading. Let's see what is your card for today. You have the Tower, huh? Okay. Can be about you leaving someone. Okay. Can be that you feel betrayed. Can be that somebody exposed your thoughts and okay, usually when this happens, because it's from our own perspective, right, we might not even know what is happening to what the other person is thinking. But what this can say is that whatever that we feel betrayed. We feel that I gave you something that is real, but yet what you return me is betrayal. Okay, so this can means in a sense lah. In terms of life and work, you feel like things are not going well, especially for this week, or it can be quite some time, 2 months plus ago, plus minus. But it feels especially bad. Like during this past 1 month, and even last week as well. Maybe you have a call with someone. Okay, so the advice for this will be that a lot of times we cannot control. You're also saying that when it's time to leave, then yeah, you have to leave. It doesn't matter whether it's a relationship, it's a work, a friendship circle, or it can even be your own hobby. Now, when it's time you feel that I need a break, then it's time to go. Doesn't matter if you spend a lot of effort or investment in something that you believe in the past, but it doesn't serve you anymore. So when it's time to go, you have to go. Alright. What else? I don't see much. Okay, maybe you have to look out for your health. It does say that there's a bit especially your, what is this, heart? Is this heart? I'm gonna double check it. Hold on now. Yeah, fire, heart element, fire. Okay, you're the heart and the small intestine. And what else? Anxiety, agitation, disturbed sleep. Okay, you have to look out if you have a sweating, flushed face because of the blood pressure. Okay, that's one thing you need to look out for in terms of health. And what else? Nothing much already. Oh, no wonder. Okay. Okay, this is for those who are, you know, having some problems in their career. Because it's saying that maybe it's something that you've done in the past. It's definitely not now lah. It's something that is already been done. So now it's catching up already. It might be a small thing in the past, but now it's building up and it's causing some trouble to you. Okay. The only thing now that you can do is either to deny, try to deny it, or to push it away. Okay, that's the best advice. And also to make use of your network currently. Okay. Right. So that's what I see for you. And now I'm going to move on to the color. Okay, let's see what you have for this week. Oh, you have peach. Inhale a breath of life. Yes. And together 19. 19 is 1. Okay. This add together is 1. So what it means is that you have to realize that it's the same thing like starting anew or just moving on from something. It's saying that don't be so pessimistic as well. Things are going to turn out alright, even though it doesn't seem so right now. Okay. I'm going to move on to your chakra. Let's see. Oh, you have red. Yeah. So it's the root chakra. It's saying that you have to make sure, don't worry so much about whatever the other people are thinking, or whatever the image, or maybe, you know, the pressure, or what is being communicated. No, it's more about actions. So right now you need to focus on the actions instead. It's more about what you're doing, what you're showing. That is the important part. Okay, ignore whatever that is being spoken, and try. It also means that what is important is not what you speak, but what results can you show. Okay, let me show you the numbers. You have 1 and 11. So for this, right, it's saying that your intuition is mostly right on track, but with the number 1, it correlates lah. Okay, with this root chakra. It's saying that you have to move on from trying to speak to others about your whatever, to communicate your ideas lah, and instead put it into actions. Show them. It's like show them to make them understand instead of telling them, because they might not be listening. That is what it's saying. Okay, so this is what I have for you for this week. Okay, so see you the next time. Right, thank you, Geminis. I'm gonna move on to the next one, which is Cancer. Okay, hello Cancer. Hold on while I shuffle the cards. Okay, to prepare for your reading. How is everyone? Feel like flipping this. Okay. You have the Hierophant. And you have the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so this week is going to be more focused on work and what you're going to learn over there. Huh. Okay, you have to be careful with spending. You might overspend on certain things that is useless in the near future for you. Okay. So it's more like consult others before spending and buying stuff. I want this one. This and this. Oh, okay, that's good. You have the Queen of Cups, you have the Fool, and King of Cups. So things seems well. Seems like you are in a certain relationship. Okay, it seems like a relationship that is not controversial. It can also means that it might be underground kind of relationship, but I'm seeing that it's progressing well. Okay, it's a good thing. It can also relate to your work. So your work is doing well, but it's saying that you have to make sure that you learn the ropes in the work first. Okay, and also be careful of collaboration with others. So for example, in your career, you'll be like you have a team, or maybe you have other colleagues that you're working with. You have to make sure that how to say, it's more like a hand-in-hand thing. You have to make sure that you understand what they are actually portraying and what they want out of you. Okay, other than that, other things is fine. Your luck is doing well this week. Yeah, your luck is actually going up. So it's a good sign. And oh yeah, but it also says that if you are trying to do a risky thing, like in terms of especially social interactions or relationship with people, it's telling you to take care. Okay, do not like overstep your boundaries. That's one sense. But other than that, everything is well. Okay, it's like maybe you learn how to speak to someone or other people. You're observing the social tendencies of a certain group. Then you know that, oh, okay, so I can do this, I can do that. Yeah, it's going to help you overall. It's going to bring you a lot of abundance lah. That's what I can see. It's not like only this week kind of thing. It's more like a step. It's like each step, as you're taking each step, you're going to move towards a better direction. Okay, that's what it says. Okay, so for this week, this is what I have for you for the message. I'm going to move on to your color because nothing much to advise already. Things are looking fine for you. Okay, I wanted something else, but it came just flip up. So it's burgundy. Awaken your passion. You have number 1. This is also the card or the number for passion. The number for doing things. Do more, talk less. This is the meaning. Okay, if you want to say something, engage in proper conversation and make sure that it's positive. This is the meaning. Okay, it can also mean that something that you're passionate about in your life is coming into it, and it's showing that it's a positive sign. Right, it might be something new that you're working on or you're trying to do. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to give you your chakra. Okay, so you have the red and solar. Okay, so yeah, I made myself confused because I write this. Okay, so with the red and the solar, you have this relates to this, right? Same, action driven. You have to make sure that things are being done, and also not to engage too much in your passionate makings. Okay, it's like there's still a moderation is needed, but when you want to do something, you have to go and do it. It's not thinking about it, it's enough, just do it. That's the most important thing. So for the solar, it's more about the creativity. It's more about doing something, especially people who is connected online. You have to make sure that you are still connected with people, interaction. Okay, socially on the internet or online or whatever platform you're using, that is very important. You have to continue on doing so. It's going to help you in the long run. Right, don't fall off the grid just because I'm lazy for this week. Yeah, that kind of thing. Okay, you have to maintain a certain how to say a certain standard is not the right word. It's more like a certain pace in connecting with others. You have to make sure that okay, every few days I talk to them. Yeah, this kind of thing. Alright, so this is what I have for you, Cancer. Hope the best. Alright, so see you the next time. I'm gonna move on to the next one, which is Leo. Okay, hello Leo. How are you doing things this week? Alright, let me shuffle first. Okay, this is not part of it, but I'm gonna look at it. Too many. Maybe about moving on to something new. Oh, Emperor. Okay, yep, definitely about owning something. And you have the Lovers. Okay, so for this week there is 2 main topics. The first one is about ownership. The second one is about relationship. So about ownership, it can also relate to relationship. It's like maybe there's a certain power over relationship that you have. You don't like conflicts, that's one thing. There might be more than one party involved. you're willing to give yourself to a certain extent, but the thing is, it's more like you feel that over the long run it's going to give you conflict. Over the long run, this is more on the physical side, and it might turn toxic. Okay, so for those of you in a relationship, you are starting to, like, take control of it and try to steer things in a better way, in a good way, right? I do support you in this, because we when we're able to find out certain findings, like in a relationship, we feel that this is something wrong, this is something that maybe if we fix it, we still can make it happen, we still can make it good lah. So for this, right, but the thing is, whether you will succeed or not is one thing, but the thing is, putting effort into something is really, should I say, because not everything that we do will have rewards. That's what it means. But more like, we can congratulate on a person who is at least exerting effort. We can say that this person, at least he or she is doing their best. Yeah, sounds a bit 敷衍lah. So for 敷衍, it means like, a bit impractical. Like we are saying just for the sake of saying. But lah, the world sometimes it works. The way is not really realistic most of the time. We'll be telling them that, oh yeah, this situation can use this word. It's like, what's that? Success. Failure is the mother of success, or is it the opposite? Success is the failure of mother. Okay, is this sentence lah? It's like, yeah, before you succeed, right, you have failures. Okay, so it means that you have to go on with it, just keep on doing it. But in relationship, if there's a third party, it can be anything, it can be someone else, alright, or it can just be like work. It can be your work or the other person's work and all that interfering, or even the friends, family. It's saying that because of this interruption, this intervention is affecting you. Okay, so you want to make something work, you have to know that relationship it might not be about two person only, but you have to make sure you know the basis of it is when two person come together. So it means that it needs a teamwork of these two person, and how to make it work. Don't let other people interfere. That's the thing. If you mind what others say or mind what others see, then the thing is, you have to know why. What is it about? Okay, so don't let it get in your way, because you might not know that their other people's intention is not as bad as you thought it would be. Alright, it might even give you results that you'll feel unexpected. Okay, so that's what I have for you for this week. I'm going to move on with your color. Okay, let's see what color you have. There's two. Okay, you have lemon and you have urban. So for the urban, you have 11. Ground yourself. It's your intuition, but make sure you have to know that, how to say, is realistic lah. It's not something that is, you feel that, I'm afraid that something will happen this way. No, where on what grounds are you saying that? What the evidence is telling you, right? Lemon, assess innovative thinking. So 23, you have 5. It also meaning that, yes, you might have it can also mean someone who thinks a lot, but what I say, to ground, which is why these two together. If you do not have any evidence of one thing happening, because past experiences and examples, yes, we can take that and we can try to reflect on them, but it doesn't mean that it will happen for the next thing. Because results doesn't always appear to be the same when it's in different situations. Okay, so this is what it means. Okay, I'm going to move on with your chakra. Let's see what you have for. So you have the sacral and the throat. It also means about communication. You have to make sure that you make yourself clear, concise. And with the sacral, it also means that usually it's about, if it's about relationship or with someone, it can mean about physical contact. You have to balance it lah. Ground yourself, make sure that things are moving in a moderate way, like what I say already. Earlier on, it says about if you want to change something, yes, it's good, something good, but make sure don't overdo it. That's the meaning. Alright, so I'm going to move on with your number. Okay, so you have 8 and you have 1. Together is 9. Okay, so for the one it's same with the root chakra. So for one, it also means about actively doing something. Okay, you see, communicating clearly. Well, if it adds all together lah, okay, it's saying that do not overthink. Of course, reflect, but be reasonable. Okay, make sure that don't be, maybe you're afraid of something happening, you think out of plans A to Z. No need. Do not think of so much. Maybe think out of 3 or 4 plans is enough. Do not think too many possibilities. It's going to hurt your mind instead. It might even hurt the result. Okay, so with it usually says that it's critical. So you need to be critical on yourself for this week towards others. It might be too critical in the sense that you refuse to take the chance. Okay, that's the meaning. So it's saying that you should go and take the chance. Of course lah, not be overly lah, because you can see is like for Leos, you will be very passionate when I'm doing something. I feel that this is right. I'm going to do something and help someone, but don't overdo it. That is the meaning. You have to be critical in a sense. Critical thinking, it means that is this correct? Is this the right way? If I think it is, but how will it affect someone, the others? Did I thought over something too how to say that pessimistically? Is there a word for this? Okay, I don't know. It's like, don't be too 悲观 don't be too pessimistic in a sense. Good things does come out from actions of others. Okay, so this is what I have for you for this week, Leos. Okay, I'll see you the next time. Hope that it helps. I'm going to move on to Virgo. Alright, hello Virgos. So it's still birthday month. Okay, maybe for half the Virgos out there, oh, something unseen. Okay, behind your back. Okay, so let's see what you have. Okay, the Ace of Cups and the Fool. Wow, the Fool have already come up like 3 times. Okay. Oh, at first I was looking at the cards before, earlier on, I did say something like, oh, behind your back, isn't it? But now it seems like things is going for a good turn. Okay, so if any of you are experiencing like people disappointing you, or excuse me, especially like maybe in relationships, it's saying that a new start is coming, and also saying that sometimes in relationships there are phases, so a new phase is coming. So if it's I wouldn't say that previous phase is a bad phase, but it's more like it's moving on in a better direction. So for any of you who is thinking about you can also say that if your partner is neglecting you, in a sense, of course it's not saying that you are the one neglecting. Okay, so it's for those who the partners are neglecting you. It's saying that either you are having a new start, your partner is changing for the better. Of course, I wouldn't say that it might not be a new love lah. Alright, because Ace of Cups can mean that also. But overall, I do see is that it's more of a relationship terms. If any of you is single, it's saying that a new love might be coming in soon. Okay, and do not try to plan too much on this relationship. Just go along with it. Okay, things is going to work out, because it might mean that sometimes we do not know what the other person is having problems with, what are their burdens and whatnot. Correct? which is why we might not understand, and even if they try to tell us, we'll be like trying to give them advice like, then you should do this or that, like 1 2 3 instead of, you know, whatever you're doing right now. People have their own way of doing stuff, so, you know, they might have their own considerations which we might not agree with, but it's okay because it's their own perspective. Just let them do it, right? Other than that, you can just focus on your own stuff. Other things, nothing much really, because I can see that for work wise things are going well. Nothing much for you to worry about in this month. Yeah, especially in this week lah. It can also means that, you know, if you're not achieving much, it's telling you to continue to invest. Just continue on. Alright. Okay, so this is what I have for you. I'm going to move on to your color. Let's see what color you have for the week. We have scarlet. Oh, attract success. 7. Yeah. Okay, continue on. Just doing what you're doing right now, right? Attract it. It will come along, even though maybe a bit slow for any of you who's thinking that I want the result right now. But it's okay. It takes time. But you have to focus on the work. The word is, you know, to continue doing, not like waiting for it to manifest itself out of thin air. Right, I'm going to continue with your chakra. Let's see what it has. So you have the solar, the throat, and the heart chakra. Okay, so for this is saying that because it's not even about continuing on only, it's making new things. So if, for example, some people are like in their work, they are doing repetitive jobs, it's saying that you can create something new, maybe even a new policy or a new regimen. You know, other people might not notice, but you can just then do it. It will show its result in the future. Okay, and the truth is, you have to make sure that whatever that happens, you have to communicate clearly, and also that it must link to your heart, what you feel instead of what you think. Okay, this is the advice, because a lot of times, you know, we will be thinking things a bit too overthinking. We'll be like, oh, things should go a certain way, but the thing is, what do you feel about it? For example, when we're in a relationship with someone, usually we'll think of the bad stuff. We'll be like, yeah, I mean, I love that person, but yet I still, you know, feel that maybe they are doing this or that. Yeah, these are thoughts. Okay, so follow with your heart for now. Okay, I'm gonna give you a number. You have 33. Wow, and 3. 3, 3, 3. Is this 3? Where's the 5? Yeah, it's 3. Yeah, it is the 5. So any of you who, you know, have the number 333, you can go and look up the meaning. Okay, 333. But if on the 3 itself, it also means that it's a time to be more, not say conservative, but more on the milder side. You know, try to be more gentle, try to be more diplomatic in dealing with others. Of course, it's also a time for creativity. It's also a time to express your uniqueness to others, you know, in to the individual, how to express yourself in that way. And 33 adds together is 6. So for 6, usually it means that I wouldn't say be like a goddess of kindness. It's not in that sense, but more like, yes, empathy. Extend your empathy to others. It's more like a stepping in other shoes at the moment for you. Right, so that's what I have for you, okay, Virgo, and I hope the best for you. I'm going to continue the next time, and I'll see you next week. I'm going to move on to the next one, which is Libra. Okay, hello Libras. Okay, let me shuffle this and we can start your reading. Oh, the Emperor. Okay, you have the Lovers as well. So everything is good in your work and your love life. That's good. If you are unattached, it means that you have good progress in your own solitude, right? Love thyself. That's the important part. Yeah, really. You see, it's either like good relationships, good work. The only thing is the spending. The only thing is how you're allocating your money in certain aspects. Do not spend too much on things that does not give you material gains, but of course it gives you happiness, but just don't overdo it. That's what it says. Okay, it's more like a reality versus happiness kind of thing right now. No, it's good news. It's just saying that things are progressing the way that you would as alone. It's more like okay, so for example, some people, they are tied up in a relationship or a partnership. They might feel like restrained. Okay, that's the only bad thing. But other than that, if you are able to be, express yourself or to progress slowly, even if it's slowly by your own, especially on your own, that's a good sign. So if you're someone that you feel like I'm being solidified in a relationship, I'm being confined, that is when you need to know that you have to get out of it. Okay, that's the meaning. Other than that, I don't think it's a big problem too, because I can see that if you're in a healthy relationship, it's going to help you achieve your greatness even better, right? Some of you might even be feels like you are doing your own thing in terms of career. So when doing your own things, it can also mean like in business, or even like an entrepreneur, or the person in charge of a department or something like this. So for those who are in that area, it also means is that you have to make sure that other things are not affecting you. You have to separate it. It's more like is it like a work life? Yeah, work life and a private life kind of thing. You have to make sure that they are not connected. Okay, so this is the advice I have for you. I'm going to move on to the color of the week. You have ruby. Okay, you have rejuvenate your body. A lot of people is taking like the color cards. The few previous signs already have related to color rate. Okay, so number is 8. It also means for you rejuvenate your body, but number 8 also says that it can be that do not stress out your body. It can also means is that you have to, what you need to look out for is on the self. Okay, right now what you need to do with actions, you have to make sure that you are taking care of yourself instead of thinking about it only. Okay, sometimes things look okay on the outside, but it doesn't mean internally it's okay. That's what it means. Okay, this is the chakra. I'm gonna see what chakra you're having today. Okay, so you have the heart chakra and the crown chakra. Okay, just now earlier the advice was on the physical sense, but now it's more on the internal sense. It's like how you feel, how you react, and also how you view the world in that sense. Because on the crown, it also means like it's one tier above intuition. It's not just intuition already. It's more on the being. It's like a spirit. It's a spirit within you and how you're connected to it with your feelings. Okay, so it's a time of introspection. Okay, do remember, I'm gonna go on with your number. So you have 3 and 32. Not 32, 22. Okay, so 22. Wow, why is all yours separated? Because for the previous few readings, right, for the other signs, they are usually they relate to each other. It's like yours has a stack up. It's like this is stage 1, then stage 2, stage 3. Okay, so you have to add up. Does it link? Let me see. Okay, so if I don't put it together first, because 22 can be number 4. So when it says on number 3, and it relates to this ruby, it can also means that a lot of times what we want, what we do, what we want, we might not be able. Oh, you sing uli. That's the main. It means that I have the heart to do something, but I do not have the ability to go and do it. It's something like this. So this is what you feel like you're being stopped. Okay, and you do not like this feeling. And 22 is saying that it's something that you do in future. But because we fall, it means that you have to make sure that it's able to be realized right now. If it's unable to be realized right now, then you have to wait. Okay, that's the overall attachment to the whole thing. I wouldn't say it's attachment issues, but more like how you're going to attach things to meaning. Okay, so this is what I have for you, Libras. I hope that helps. And so I'm going to see you the next time. Okay, I'm going to move on to Scorpio. Okay, hello Scorpios. Let me shuffle your cards. Okay, how are y'all doing? Okay. Sense of loss. Let's see what you really say in your reading. Alright, you have the Knight of Swords, and you also have the Ace of Pentacles. It means money improvement, but maybe in the terms of okay, I'll just stick with money improvement first. Because it doesn't even mean career. There's nothing much for career, but more only on the material sense, momentary sense. Okay, so in terms of money, it's increasing. That's good. I don't see advancement in career, but it's saying that it's going to okay, it's not even about the advancement, like you didn't care, you just want to make sure that it's making your life comfortable. That's the thing. Okay, most likely for singles, because it's saying that you are enjoying your alone time, your quiet time right now, and also saying that it's a time where you're feeling more generous, and also trying to stop repeating on ideas, but more like trying to communicate and speak more to others. This is what it means. Okay, in terms of, there's nothing wrong with the health. I don't see any for now, but it does say that you have to make sure you allocate more resources in maintaining or helping your body. Seems like quite a few of you. Okay, but I can tell you is that more importantly, aside from the bodily functions or the bodily problems, what's more important is on the mental. So as long as the mental is healthy, the body is going to take a good turn. Okay, that's the meaning. Let's see what else you have. King of Vessels. Okay, maybe in terms of relationship, things might not be working out as good as it seems. It's not saying it's bad, it's just that it's not fantasy dream kind of relationship lah. Okay, for those who's attached especially, or because it's more on the fantasy side, it can also mean that whatever you thought the relationship is going to be is telling you that no, it's not working out that way. Because what we feel or what we want aside is usually very different from reality, right? Okay, so this is what I have for you. I'm gonna move on with the color. Let's see what color you have for this week. Yeah, watermelon. Have fun with your inner child. Number 3. Yep. See, it's like avoid conflicts, and also to have fun with the people around you lah. It's more like a time on not to ponder too much on what you want, but more on what am I having right now. I'll just enjoy it. Yeah, in that sense. Okay. So I'm gonna go on with your chakra. See what you have. Wow, that's quite low. Okay, so you have the crown, you have the throat, you have the heart, you have the solar. Okay, which one is that? And you have the sacral. Okay, did one just flip over? I'm unsure. Okay, never mind. So you do not have the root. And what else? Usually the crown, I can also put it together with like indigo lah. Okay, doesn't matter. But it's saying that in terms of intuition, in terms of your communication, in terms of how you feel, in terms of how you do things, and also in your sacral, wow, these all adds up to like you need to review your life in a sense. What are the goals that I have? What actually do I want to achieve? But yet not to think about this achievement first, because that's quite a lot. Okay, I'm gonna go on with your numbers. You have 8 and you have 2 on how to balance things. Yeah, you see moderation. So it's like this week, right? There's a lot on your mind or a lot in your life that you want to figure it out. Maybe even if your life is progressing like good in a way right now, but you're still feeling something's lacking. So what it's saying is that you have to sit back and relax and think over when, but of course not be too critical lah. You get what I mean? Because it's saying that you have to, early on the advice is to, you have to enjoy what you have right now, which means is that the answers that you're searching for might come to you, but not now. It might come to you in a way that you never expect it to be, like a sudden revelation. Maybe you're in a ride, you know, on a subway or even in the car, and or even when you are eating something or you're watching a movie and suddenly you have this realization, something that came across your mind. Okay, so do not force it on yourself. Alright, so this is what I have for you. Okay, Scorpios, I hope that helps. I wish the best for all of you. Gonna see you the next time. I'm gonna move on to the next one, which is Sagittarius. There's a Chariot. Okay, and you have this. It's the Six of Swords. How come? Thinking about the past. Okay, what is there to think? To move on from the past. That's good. Unsure of the future, unsure of what it brings you, which is why you always immerse yourself in work instead. Okay. Of course, for Sagittarius signs, right, you're usually more of a doer instead of a talker. Thinking for your thinking is not even part of the job. It's just something that you'll do, right? So to others, they might think that you're actually thinking too much, but to you, you'll be like, nah, it's normal. In that sense. So overall for this, the energy can see is that perhaps for some of you, you all might be having troubles in achieving something. Maybe the job that you're looking for, or maybe the opportunity that you are waiting for is not coming yet. It's still being dragging. It's still being dragged out by, don't know, it can be some situation, situationship thing. Okay, maybe like somebody they say that, oh, we're gonna have it like in 1 month, that kind of thing. Maybe you're waiting to buy a certain item, but then it's being dragged and says that, oh, there's changes, it's gonna be like in 2 months, 3 months. Yeah, so this energy can feel like you still go on. But in terms of how you think over the previous thing, you might be thinking that, should I have make a better approach, right? Should I make like did I make the wrong step or wrong choice in the past? But I can say that things, especially with how we feel or how others feel, is unexpected. You get what I mean? You sometimes someone is very pessimistic or someone is very optimistic, but you're the opposite of that. So how do you deal with it? We have to try to understand the other person, and to do that, you have to ask. You have to speak to the person directly. Okay. Maybe you're afraid of confrontation or even fights and conflicts, but it's saying that it won't. You think it's going to work out as long as you put your effort in it. That's what you mean. Okay, so that's what I have for you for this week. It seems alright. Everything for luck wise, maybe a bit lacking, but it's going to go up. Okay, in terms of body, you have to watch out because you have 2 air pentacles. It can also mean overwork. Okay, do take note of that. Okay, I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna move on with your color. Let's see what color you have. You have apricot. Rejoice and laugh. Yeah, you see, that's why you are the thinkers. You are the thinkers, but you're saying, nah, I didn't. I thought that's what everyone is doing. Of course, you all do know like deep down that you all do think a lot lah. Okay, but because you have 20, which is the number 2, it also means that you're trying not to invoke conflict in others. You're trying to, which is why Sagittarius, they always say that like it's like the Joker, or it's the person who's like the apple. Is it the apple? Because in Chinese we have this 开心果, so it's the one that makes others happy. Okay, and it's saying that yeah, it's a time to celebrate. Okay, for this week. So do not tie down yourself, burden yourself too much with the things that you have on your mind, but instead enjoy the moment, because work is never ending. Okay, that's the idea. I'm gonna go on with your chakra. Okay, so you have the crown chakra, you have the heart chakra, and you have the root chakra. It's more on the do, but yet also follow your heart and also with your intuition or your life path. It means that it's all connected. Okay, so when these 3, especially the up, should I use the word upper? So as long as these 3 are linked together, it means that the heart, the mind, the soul are together. That's the meaning. So I can see that if this progresses on, it's going to help you in the future. It means that you're going in the right direction. Okay, it's like don't betray yourself and just continue to do the right thing. It's going to bring good luck for yourself and others. Okay, so you're number 4 and you have number 9. It usually means a cycle is ending and something is restarting. Okay, as long as you follow this, the process, the correct process, and also to achieve the stability you have in your life. And it can also mean that results is very important. So with actions inside, you can, what we need to do is we have to follow through with our words lah, with actions. Okay, that's what it means, to show something, to prove it. Okay, so this is what I have for you, Sagittarius. I hope that helps. See you the next time. I'm going to continue on with the next one, with Capricorn. Okay, so hello Capricorn. Shuffle. Two of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. Work is progressing in a good way. Alright, so if any of you have like a new endeavor or opportunity, just go for it. And it's also saying that for those who are looking for a relationship or already in a relationship, things are progressing well. Okay, it might not be saying that settling down, but it's more like the person you're with in a good way lah. Can say that it's the right person for you at this right time. Okay, it's gonna help in your growth. Again, you have the Ace of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, wow, King of Cups, Three of Pentacles. Oh, that is very good reading. It's saying that in terms of your current life right now, don't be pessimistic. You might, because Capricorns can also be warriors. They might be doers. You know, like I want results, I want action, I want to make sure that I can see the achievement. But it's saying that a lot of times you all might be thinking, no, is this not good enough? Yeah, I want something better. Okay, so don't worry, because it's saying that things are progressing in a better way. It's like step one, year one. I see this achievement, but I feel it's not enough. So you're going to see more, even more in year 2, and even more than. And during year 3, it's going to be more than year 1 and year 2. That's what it meant. Okay, so as long as you are progressing, you're still continuing doing what you're doing right now. Of course, it's saying that you're in an area when you're happy lah. Okay, because it doesn't apply to all. This is general. This can also means that, you know, certain people, if you're unhappy in some work especially work or even relationship, but it's saying that you have to know that it's not the right one. Okay, that's what it means. But for those who feel already happy in this current situation, I can say congratulations. It's showing like you're feeling euphoria, like, hey, I'm in a good place right now. Okay, that's the meaning. Okay, so this is what I have for you. I'm gonna go on with your color. Okay, so you have pink. Oh, it says let love in, and the number is 4. Okay, it's like whenever you all want to go into a relationship, you want to make sure that it's a sure thing. You get what I mean? But it's saying that yes, you want to make sure that it is a thing that is worthwhile, but at the same time you also have to let it try. You have to try it out first before knowing whether it's worthwhile. That's what you mean. Okay, so I'm gonna go on with your chakra. Let's see what you have. Right, so you have the crown and the solar chakra. Okay, but the color is pink, but yet you have solar and the crown chakra. If it relates to your reading, it can also mean that for this time round, you might be letting intuition more on statistics. So if you are more of a data-oriented kind of person, you'll be like, I do not have enough results to know for sure what's the answer. But it also means that, so for now, maybe I'll be taking a risk. I'll be like, okay, let's see how it goes, and maybe I can take a test run first. It means that doing something first before getting the results. Mostly you will be in a sense like, I wanted to make sure, or you wanted to see what other experiments that other people did, but for this time round you might be the first person to be doing it. So it can also means a risk lah, but you just say go along and do it. So we have number 7, again number 4. Okay, so it relates in a sense. Somebody's number 4 is on the pink color. Not like it's just random. Okay, but it's saying that since it's the same number 4, it also means that of course taking a risk is correct, but do not overdo it. So for example, maybe you're thinking, okay, I'm going to take up some much more dangerous activities, but you have to make sure that it's not senseless. It's like, I'm just going to spread out and do it. No. Okay, and with the 7 together, add together is 11. Wow, it also relates to this crown chakra. Okay, with 11, it means from the spirit sense, it means from the soul. it's something like I'm being guided to do. I'm being guided to go towards it. 7 can also means like I'm going to start with investing my time or even my effort, and also to realize things in a way that might be new. Okay, so this is what I have for you, Capricorns. I hope that it helps. Okay, I'm going to see you the next time. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the next one, which is Aquarius. Okay, so hello Aquarius. Let's see what you have for this week. Okay, so you have the Hierophant and you have the Tower. Oh, things might seem a bit upsetting for you. Maybe there are certain plans that you feel is going to fail, or something happens in your life. Maybe in terms of relationship as well. Okay, because this just flap out. But with the Ace of Pentacles, seems like it's alright. Or it can also mean like a new opportunity is coming to a source. You're unsure whether to go with it. Oh, opportunity with someone, but you're not sure. And also in health. Okay, it's like you're unsure of something that you're going ahead with. Maybe it's not a choice, but at the same time, it's like other people around you, maybe they are showing concern. Okay, but to you, in a sense, you're feeling that it is not what's the word, not say reliable. It's not, because concerns or even goodwill is not reality. You get me or not? It's just goodwill from other people. It's just like words of encouragement, but the thing is, the good results that you are waiting for are not coming here yet. So being optimistic for you, you feel that it's not useful enough. Okay, that's what it means. Let's see what advice I can give you. Since you have the Tower, you have the Fool. It's saying that you might feel uneasy and unsure, but good things are still going to come out. Okay, I have to see what's the next card. Yeah, it's going to work out fine. If any of you is having health problems, it's saying that as long as you have the support of others in life, thinking too much, you have the support of people, family and friends. But yet you don't want to rely on others, then how? Or you might be disappointed in a sense by others in the past. Okay, what I have to say is that you have to look at the current form. Okay, you have to continue on. You have to make sure that whatever decision that you make, right, as long as the people around you are supportive, you can go through any troubles. Okay, you might not want to rely on others, can see that, but you have to, we are still humans lah. Sometimes we have to make sure that these situations is best to let others have the chance to prove themselves that they are useful to you. Okay. This reminds me of a friend of mine. You know, he doesn't like to rely on others or create troubles for people. But no matter what, you know, at times when we need help, you have to let the other person to have the chance to help us. Okay. This is the advice I have for you lah. Okay, so I'm gonna move on with your color. Let's see what you have. You have red. Free yourself from pain. Do you know that all the previous other signs before you, today is like the theme for red? Okay, I mean there's lemon and peach, but the others is like ruby, burgundy, and blah blah blah. Pink. It's all surrounding red this time, this week. I don't know what's wrong. Is it Mars retrograde? The color of red? Not even sure. Free yourself from pain, you see. So it says you have to let yourself breathe, let others be able to help you. 2, Okay, number 2, so it's also saying that you have to start to realize your power in the people around you. You know, you have to, all these people around you is not for you to take care only. Yes, sometimes you have to let them to, you have to lean on them also. Okay, so let's see what chakra you have. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, you only have the heart chakra. You say go with your heart. It's green. Go with your heart. Ah, you're the only one who have only. No, okay, you're not the only one. But then you have the only one with the green color, the heart chakra. Just one. Okay, just one dice. It's like okay, it's not just mainly about going with your heart to let others do. It's like you also feel for others. You feel for others, like you're afraid that others could. No, it's not like you're afraid others cannot feel. It's more like you're afraid that you're unable to do more for others because you want to, how to say, in a sense, like you feel what they feel, and then you don't want to create trouble for them. In that sense, I'm gonna go with the number. We have 4 and 22. Did I just throw, or did you even roll? Did you see it? Okay, because I didn't. I was looking somewhere else. Why did I do that? Okay, so it's 4 and 22. 22 add together is still 4. We just wanted to make sure everything's alright. Okay, I don't know what happened to you, but I have to tell you is that do not worry too much. You are overthinking. You are overfeeling. You are too worried. It's saying that things are going to be alright. Okay, you just have to let your fear go. It's hard to say lah. Okay, but I can tell you is that since this is a message, it's also telling, it's like an extra confirmation to let you know that things are going to be fine. Alright, so this is what I have for you, Aquarius. I'm gonna see you the next time. Hope everything works out well for you. Okay, and hope that it helps. I'm gonna move on to the next one, which is Pisces. Okay, take care of you. Okay, hello Pisces. Let's see what we have for you this week. Okay, let's see your cards. Wow, we have 10 of Wands. Why are you feeling overwhelmed? We have 6 of Swords. Okay, we have the Star, 8 of Swords, the Emperor, and the Hierophant. Feels like a bit more, I almost said like everything going on at once, but it's not. It's more like, especially those who are in their work or in family, you might have some problems of feeling overwhelmed, maybe because of being busy. You're feeling like you're stuck in a certain way. It's like you're doing whatever you're doing, like continue on, but you're feeling that something should change. But what should I change? Or I feel like I don't know what can I do to change, but yet I feel like changing. So this usually is for those who, you know, the situation where we are stuck in a place where we feel we can't change anything. Now, if it's a situation with family lah, so with family, you know that a lot of times, right, the dynamics that you have with family members is along this line, but you do not know how to change up certain things. So what it means that you can't, since you can't force it at this period of time, then you have to wait. Okay, because there's time period, it can also be like 6 to 8 days, which means is that since right now you are thinking up there, but you don't have any idea how to do it, then you have to wait for the time out. Okay, time out before you continue on. And you're also saying that you have the ability to do so, just that you don't want things to work out in a way that is not ideal lah. Okay, I'm gonna continue and see. Ten of Swords. Wow, why is it so bad? I mean, like the way you're thinking. It's not saying that things are gonna happen in a bad way, but more like the way you think. The Emperor again. You have two Emperors, you see. Four of Pentacles, Ten of Swords. So together, I can tell you is that more like telling you now is not effective as well. So might as well give you the advice is that since now you're unable to do anything, you have to wait for a time, which is what I say already. So now the time increased to between 6 days to 10 days. Okay, so it's a 1 week plus. Then you can check out the next week reading and see what it says. Okay, and also means that since right now you can't do much, you're going to explore yourself in a way after this period of time. Okay, not now. I might as well not say anything much. Might as well just tell you, just wait for this time to tide over. Okay, because you are, I can see that you are overwhelming yourself in a sense. Okay, it's not your fault. It can be other people, it can be it can be other people, it can be the environment that is affecting you. But right now you can't do that much about it. So don't force a change on yourself as well. Okay, wait for a time out, and because it says that you can do it, it means that you just like not now. Alright? You might be trying to teach someone, you might be trying to help someone, but it's not going the way that you're hoping for. You do not know where to start from. Okay, so the advice for this week is to wait time out. Sometimes waiting, it might feels like frustrating. It's like I want things to start now. I don't see any way where I can get out of it. There is. It's just that you do not know now. Okay, intuition will guide you. The idea will come. Right? You have urban. Okay. I'll give you another one. Lilac. Very nice. So you have ground yourself and you have strengthened your faith. Okay, so what does it mean? See? 42, 6. 11 equals to 2. Like I say intuition, but I can even say that if 2 and 6 together, it can mean that you have to make sure things are not conflicted. So if you can't avoid a conflict or stop a conflict of other people, it means that you might as well don't involve yourself in it. You get what I mean? It means that you might as well be the person that if someone is hurt during this conflict, you can be the shoulder to be leaned on. Okay, you might as well prepare yourself for that. Alright, I'm going to continue on with your chakra. Let's see what you have. So you have the crown, you have the solar, and you have the heart. Go with your heart, with intuition, and also with it's like trying to find the right ideas or the right way to, because it doesn't communicate, so maybe it can be an action, it can be something done, to show it to others, which is why you have to do it in this way, like in the process. Okay, I have this idea, I have this thing that I want, but then how do I do it so that it conforms with my heart, and then to show it to others, and do it in a creative way to tell others. Okay, it's like this beautiful picture as well. Lilac can also means like hope. It can also means like things starting a new beauty in the world that others might not see. This is what it means. So with this, right, it also shows that sometimes our strength, what little we can do to help brighten up the world, is hard to show to others, but nevertheless you're still trying. Okay, so step by step, don't force yourself too much right now. Okay, so Pisces, this is what I have for you. I hope that it helps. I'm gonna see you next week. Okay, that's what I have for you. Okay, take care for all of you. Okay, take care, bye bye.